Boom. Yes. Yes.
I did you dirty there, bro. Sorry about that.
You're good, bro. This is live, fucking not television. I mean, it's all live, baby.
You know how we do.
But yes, people, welcome bloody back to Jamie Vardy's favorite show, Weird and Wonderball. And yes, it is, of course, Monday night. So you know what that means. It's Monday Night Wonderball time.
Live, baby.
With your boys, Moses and Ishmael. I'm about to chop up not as many games as usual, but a couple of definitely talking points for this season, for this game week, shall I say. But yeah, we're here to chop it up. But before we do that, we've got to do a little bit of housekeeping. So people, if you're new around here, make sure you're liking, sharing, subscribing. If you're watching this on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you're seeing this, make sure you're engaging with your boys. Make sure you're showing some love. And yeah, you're subscribing if you're new around here. But Ishmael, tell me what you're saying. How are you doing?
Hey, boy. That game yesterday, yeah. First of all, I think that might be game of the season. That was a mad game, mad game. I think on the balance, we'll go into more detail on it, but I think a point is probably deserved in it. We were catching life in that first half, man. But boy, 2 points dropped, 3 points behind the City. Obviously, they caught up to us on goal difference now as well, both on the same goal difference. So I said it's looking a bit techie out here. It's looking a little bit techie. But what are you telling me? Obviously, you man have been doing up flipping Christmas holidays at the moment. Well, obviously not holidays, a couple of COVID cases, which obviously we wish speedy recoveries for everyone. But you man are not been playing at the moment, not been active. Ralph Ball's cooking behind the scenes. The pressing
so, bro.
It better be, isn't it?
That's what's stressing me out, fam. I'm like, these players ain't on the training pitch, bro. They're not listening. They ain't got Ralph in their ears. I hope he's been sending them videos. That's all you can do right now, innit? Just send them hella videos.
Hey, you know, Luke Shaw's been sneaking them. Luke Shaw's been sneaking them in desserts, isn't it? CR's not about. He's in the canteen on as well.
I don't even want to see, bro. He's not even been playing either. So my man's been out with concussion. So I don't even want to know what my man's been on recently, innit? I don't even know what he's been eating, what his fitness schedule's like.
It's gonna be a techie one when he comes back, boy. Tellers better be
but still,
ready
to But we got Tellers is number one right now. Tellers and Dallo, they're number ones right now. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? Do you know what I mean? So, do you know what? For me, they're the techie of the two out of those two, in it. That Shaw and Wan-Bissaka probably the more defensive minded. But no, I'm happy to see it.
Say his name right. Say his name right. It's not Wan-Bissaka, bro. It's the Box Park Booker T, yeah. But man's doing up sliding on the floor.
That's Eric Bailly, fam. That's Eric Bailly, bro. Eric Bailly's doing. I don't even know.
I like Bailly, innit? I like Bailly. Bailly's got tech.
How can you not? How can you not?
He's got a bit of tech.
No, basically, I'm hoping that the players they're liking, sharing, subscribing to Ralph Ragnick's YouTube channel, and that's what I'm hoping, bro. They're watching all these videos. That's what I hope. That's what I hope they need to be doing right now because they ain't playing. So. Now we got a couple games in hand. I think top four's in our reach if we win those games. Obviously got Tottenham behind us. They could technically over jump like ahead of us, but right now we've got to look at Arsenal, innit? And Arsenal are doing all right, but let's not forget who Arsenal are for me. And that's what I need to reiterate every single time. Every time they get a win, it's Arsenal, boys.
Bro, every time I back these dons, yeah, I don't know what happens after. They just, I don't know what it is, but I'm not. Listen, I'm gonna have to keep my Arsenal hat just under wraps for now, innit? But listen, we better let's just get into the game yesterday, the Super Sunday game, man. Like, what are you telling me? Like, we'll get the first question up in it. But what are you saying? Because you said you caught the second half in it, but I'm guessing you've gone back and watched the highlights of the first half. Like, what do you reckon? Do you think was we lucky to get a point, or like how are you seeing it?
Do you know what? I was a bit shocked. Do you know what? Not shocked at all. It's Conte, innit? Conte's a smart man. He's a smart manager. He knows what he's doing. He really, I think he exposed Liverpool. One of the first times you've seen Liverpool like properly exposed in a long time. And you man just didn't back down. No, but in terms of like you're seeing Tottenham create like that second half.
No, I'm not saying
chance after chance. I'm not saying.
My point is, we've been exposed like that ahead of time this season, man. Like they
but consistently,
that against them.
Yeah. I hear that. But consistently, in terms of like getting exposed time and time again, Liverpool did not back down. You didn't back down from your style of play, from the way you wanted to defend, and the way Klopp wants you to defend, and you just carried on going, bro. You were like, "No, we'll go higher, fam. We'll push you."
Bro,
like,
when I'm seeing flipping Tyler Morton just in the midfield on his ones, bruv, on his ones, I was like, Don, I feel sorry for you, innit? Like that's not really the kind of I think that's the first Premier League start. He had a sub appearance before that, but that's a baptism of fire, man. Like you're chasing Son back and goal. Harry Kane's doing Harry Kane things, and like it. I felt sorry for a minute. I think he lasted to like 59 minutes. I was like, bro, like today's not your day, innit? It's not the day for trying out new kids and all that. But
do you know what? Apparently he got taken off the pitch because he was on a yellow card. It wasn't even because he was out of his depth. Klopp just I'm telling you right now, to play next week if he gets a second yellow, I'm fucked.
Listen, bro. That weren't tactical. I mean, it was tactical. That was nothing to do with. Obviously, he got the booking in it, but he weren't having a good game. But I can't really give him too much corner. He's a young buck. Like I said, baptism of fire. Had a couple great performances for us already. Like that was not the game for him to be coming into. But listen, COVID is what it is. We have to just ride with the punches.
But yeah, man. Sorry.
Points from the match. Yeah, what are you saying?
Sorry, to answer the question. So lucky to get a point. Coupled with everything, those first 15, 20 minutes of the second half, how Tottenham didn't get a goal, how Harry Kane didn't leave with the match ball at the end of that match, I will never, ever know. And then secondly, after Robertson got the red card as well, he still managed to hold on for a point. I think you're extremely lucky. I think overall that second half, you didn't deserve anything more than a point. But bear in mind, I only saw the second half as well.
It's hard, isn't it? Because like the refereeing decisions, which we spoke about on the Screamers and Howlers, we don't need to go into that too much, but that kind of skews how you look at the game a little bit, innit? Because if Kane goes off in the 20th minute, flipping Jota gets the penalty, we could be looking like a 3-1, 4-1 victory. But so it's hard to kind of like separate the two. But if you're looking at just chance for chances, yeah, Dele Alli, I'm sorry, you got to square that ball properly to Kane. Like, I don't know what you were on right there. The Alisson save, great save, mad save. But again, you can't really be giving the keeper a chance. Like he put it where Alisson already dived. Alisson committed to his left-hand side, and he just put it there. Like Son had a couple chances too. I think if I'm a Spurs fan, I'm looking to get 3 points out of that game.
100%.
In hindsight, for us, yeah, 10 men with our team as well. We had no spine, no Hendo, no Fabinho, no Virgil, no Thiago. Like that's our spine right there, isn't it? All things considered, it's hard though, bro, because like if you look at incidents in the game, they were definitely in Tottenham's favor, innit? Like the penalty, I'm sorry, Emerson Royale, that's stone cold penalty right there. I don't care what you're saying. Kane's got if Robbo's going, Kane's got to go too. So you're looking at it like a bit differently from that point. But what are you saying? I still
don't think that Robertson goal should have counted. I know it's second phase or whatever, but I think that's directly impacted the goal from happening from Trent getting the ball from Lloris. For me, that shouldn't count, and they need to look at their phases, isn't it? Because that's not a phase. It's not a second phase just because the goalie touched the ball, bruv. It directly impacted the way the goalie.
Thing is, yeah, it was kind of like a head.
If I bang the ball,
it was like a head and a hand. It wasn't like he didn't lead with his hand, did it? Like the ball, his hand was tucked in. It wasn't
like that. It was like this. It was like this. It was going past him, bruv.
Nah, bro. No. We need to get receipts up for this because that's a wild claim, bro. If his hand weren't there,
he tries to header it like that.
Bro, he's got an afro as well. Like it's all looking a bit like.
You're reaching now.
For me, yeah. You look at how the phase went on afterwards. It came back out to Trent. Trent played. I swear to God, I think that might be the ball. Like, bro, this guy, yeah. I can't speak highly enough for this guy right now. Like Trent is. Anyway, but for that one,
Robertson didn't have to move either. His head. He could have just stood there and just hit his head and in.
Listen, Trent knows already that Robertson's not really the greatest finisher like that. He looks a bit weird sometimes when he's trying to finish off a move. So he literally put it on his head. He just said, "Robert, stay there." It will go in, and it went in. But listen, they got Spurs. I think we caught life in terms of chances. Spurs caught life in terms of flipping the referee decisions. But let's just talk about. Oh, we got a little comment coming in. Let's just talk about also like Dele Alli. Obviously, I'm sure he definitely is reading our posts in the week because he turned up kind of in the game. Saw a little bit more from him than we normally do.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What's
you
this
read
called?
it?
Bro, you got to. I ain't got my glasses. You have to read this out. You know.
Don't know why there's. Don't know why there's all this talk about Kane's tackle. Upside down smiley face. Everybody should know by now that Kane is the brainless gammon poster child of the FA, fam.
Wait, Stu.
He's immune to it cards, fam. Like, my man Stu came with the fire, bruv.
What are you telling me, man? Stu,
man's on smoke.
G.
No, that's hilarious,
I
bro.
couldn't agree with that anymore, bro. And there's another one coming in right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, 100. I think that Dele chance, like we said, he shouldn't be giving Alisson any hope in hell saving that. Any hope in hell. Like,
we need to stop calling Dele. We also need to stop calling Dele Alli, bruv. He's little Dele, bruv. Young Dele.
Little
Do you know what I mean? He's well, you see, what's he doing with his hair, fam? I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this in Screamers. Bruv, my man looked like fucking he looked like Lil Pump or like some who's like the UFC fighter?
That's a little bump, you know.
Sean O'Malley, the UFC fighter, bro. Anyway, Lil Dele, bruv. You need to focus on your football.
The head top's mad.
And it's all fake. It's not. Those ain't real dreads, bruv. As well, your man's clipping them in and out of the game. After the game.
Focus on Lapioche if we want to talk about extensions. Yeah, he should be doing contract extension, never mind hair extensions.
His hair's done, bro. Man's got short.
3 hairstyles in a week. Yeah,
bro, listen what is this also, Graham? Yeah, listen. What are you talking about? He's back. First of all, he's back from Dubai. He got that little auntie trim. Remember, we were talking about this at the time.
Explain it. Yeah.
We spoke about this. He looked like an auntie from Peckham. But then he got that auntie trim, bro. That little red, little sort of burgundy. Yeah, literally, bruv. Auntie Pogba, bruv. Auntie Pogs. No, that one. No, look, there's a different trims. As soon as someone puts it up online, it's suddenly like, Pogba's got another trim. He's got another trim.
It's like the Kimpembe thing, isn't it? The Kimpembe thing, everyone's like, oh, man, got extension. It could have just been from like a couple months ago still. But listen, that's funny. That's proper funny.
Yeah. Can you imagine the nick of Jim White and Simon Jordan if I hit them up with that first comment on TalkSport? Word. Hey, bruv.
Big up yourself, you know. Whoever you ask, big up yourself. It's coming in the comments right now. But wait,
make sure you're subscribing as well, brother. We want to make sure you're on every single stream, my brother. Anyway, no, man. I think Dele Alli, bruv. I was close to giving him screamer. If he bagged that goal, that was one of the first times I've seen Dele Alli look like he's close to seeing those signs of those shoots of recovery of like an actual player being in there still, but. He goes and fluffs his lines, looks to try to make the contact with
that penalty as well, that little dive, dead.
And then you go and score afterwards. Like it's classic Dele Alli right now. And then on Harry Kane, I hear what you're saying as well. I think the finish though for the first goal is vintage Harry Kane. Harry Kane. I think Ibrahim Konate gets exposed a little bit. A bit of his naivety doesn't really. He should be close. He should be super close to words to. But Konate should be a lot closer to Harry Kane. Yeah, very close to your heart, isn't it, Ishmael?
Trust.
But no, I think Konate got exposed a little bit for his naivety. But Harry Kane, that finish for me, man, the way he finds space, and just. Clinical, like we haven't seen that Harry Kane on I think all season really. That was like signs of Harry Kane returning to Harry Kane, clocking that he's not going to be able to get that move to Man City in the end. So I hear that, but I think he's Kane, showing signs of coming back.
I hope you stay at Spurs for the rest of your career in it. So
that's what he deserves.
You can hold that, fam. You can hold that, bro. I don't know, man. I think I'm not too upset with the point in it. If you look at obviously the COVID issues. The fact that we went down to 10 men as well. I think for like the last 15 minutes. I think that red card was like 15 minutes. So like
74th, I think. Yeah.
And also like City are not too far ahead now. Like, and the goal difference as well is a big thing. Like it's level. It's not like they're clear or have some goal difference. They've got a couple. I don't even know what their fixtures are. You know what? I'm gonna get their fixtures up just while we're here.
I always feel like they're playing Newcastle and Norwich though. Don't you think? They're always playing shit teams. I swear. I want to double check that they're playing all the teams twice. Sometimes it doesn't
Yeah, you know what? True said, they ain't really got many fans like that, so there's no one really to be keeping tabs on
double
what they're
checking.
actually
Yeah,
up to. Yeah.
Oh, we got Norwich again this week. Oh shit, and Newcastle again the week after. Like,
so the next few games, so they got Leicester on Boxing Day, Brentford away, Arsenal away, Chelsea at home. So listen, the comeback could be on in it. The comeback could be on. Like,
City are just clicking into gear, bro. That's what's scary, bro. They're just starting to click into gear.
It's peaking it. Like, before we get into the next question, do you, like, in your heart of hearts now you obviously know that United are not going to win the title. What you say? What you say that Chelsea, are City just going to run away with it now, or?
No, I mean we're only if we win our games in hand, we're only 11 points off City. So
bro, let's we've been there before, man. We like for the real ride or die of Win and Wonderful fans, you'll know that pretty much this time last year, Moses was trying to run up his campaign of 21 and 21 and all of that shit. You man ended up not even in the title race really at all. Like,
no, we were the closest. I think it was a lot closer than that. It was like with Mourinho. I think we were only like 11 points, 10 points.
Yeah, the Mourinho one was like 25 points, isn't it? Because they finished on 100.
That's, I'm pretty sure 18, 19. But no, I think this. Look, we're out of the title race. But look, right now, if we win our games in hand, we're only 8 points off Liverpool. I think we're like 5 points off Chelsea. Look, that's what I'm talking about. I want to make sure that we're in by the end of the year. I want to make sure that we're within striking distance of, no, you're not striking distance because that's 3 points away, but like close enough to Chelsea, Liverpool, that where we could be like, okay, there's something to fight for. The funniest bit, so another comment from Stu Muck, I'm guessing. The funniest bit is the Poundland Griezmann with the Harrods price tag. His stats are weak and his chance creation were quite clearly shots from obscure angles or looping headers from set plays. Who's he talking about?
Yo, Stu, you wanna jump on it? You wanna jump, fam? These bars, yeah. You can be admin for us if you want. I'm feeling this. Man said Poundland Greensman.
Who's he talking about though? Well, clearly shots from obscure angles. Oh, what? And it.
Yeah, trust.
Best believe it goes in that order as well. Greenwood first. Hey. But no, Stu, who are you talking about? Who's the Poundland Griezmann with the Harrods price tag?
Green. Wait, no. Jollof. Wait.
No. Facts. Griezmann.
He's flopping in it. It's not going well in it. It's not going well in it. Jollof Jack's.
Brother, he was meant to, apparently he came out as well and said he was meant to go to Man United the season before, but it never happened.
That's when they gave him the 100 million. I see that recently.
Imagine we got him instead of Donny. Like Ollie wanted Grealish, but yeah. Anyway.
That was a random starting, isn't it? That got patterned behind his back, the Donny thing. But listen, let's leave the Liverpool game in there. For me, yeah, like I said, I'll just reiterate what I'm saying. That's not a bad point. Yeah. It's not a bad point. Like, we could have lost that game easily. I think if we play another team, another top 6 team apart from Spurs, we probably lose that in it. Just Spurs, the Spursiness kind of kicked in towards the end. Like, you've seen them fluff chances, they shouldn't really be fluffing. The goals they conceded as well, they'll probably be kind of disappointed with that. Oh, I should have given Jota my flipping Screamer of the Week. This guy in the air, not just Jota's aerial ability deserved to be Screamer of the Week. Like, bro, this guy's not even 5'10", man.
Do you know what? That's
5'10".
I should have given a little Deli a fucking or what's it called? Screamer. I saw a picture of him trying to jump up. I sent it to you earlier. Go through our text.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of him trying to jump up for a header against Jota. Bro, my man's barely off the ground and Jota's like soaring like a salmon.
The leap is mad, bro.
Ishmael, but before we move, change the question. I would love to get your thoughts on the 2 managers, specifically Klopp's comments after the game and Conte's, and the way Conte got that Spurs team to perform. So I was quite impressed with Spurs.
If there's one thing I don't really like that Klopp does, isn't it? Like, just whenever he talks about teams like parking the bus or like getting like defended, like, bro, we're like probably the best attacking team in Europe, innit? Like, when we're fully patterned, I'd say we're better than City, because I think City's way of playing is like they'll suffocate you in it, but us is just mad. We'll have you just doing mad stuff. You won't even see
5, 6, 7.
Bro, you won't even see the licks coming, but then there'll be 2 goals before you even know it. So I think when teams set up against us and defend, I'm just like, yo, you got to try and win in it. I don't really have a problem with that, and I think this season we've been much better at breaking down low blocks. Like, there's not really we've scored in every game. I think we've scored at least 2 goals in every game apart from the Chelsea one. So that's not really a problem. But I think for me, Conte, like, bro, you done your thing. He couldn't even have got Screamer of the Week because he set Spurs up how you should be setting up against Liverpool, innit? And obviously with Kane and Son up front. Bro, what are you expecting them to do? Have
realistically, there's
not ball in midfield, like.
There's not much more he could do. There's not much more Conte could do to set up that team to win. Like he set them up perfectly. They created enough chances. The substitutions worked well. Lucas Moura caused problems for Trent when he came on. I was really impressed with Conte. It's the first time I've seen him. He likes these big games as well. You don't want to be playing Norwich. You don't want to be playing. You don't want to be playing them dead teams, Brightons and shit.
Hey,
like
bro,
that.
I swear to God,
he wants the big games.
They threw in the towel that Conference League. I swear down. Like they did not want. Conte did not want to be playing.
They didn't turn up, bro.
You saw what he done for Chelsea. Trust. You saw what he done for Chelsea when they had no European football. Man came in, league title, done. Fucked off like the 18 months later. Like I think he can. They're not going to win the league this season, obviously, but I think now, especially with the January window as well, he'll get his little players in. You'll see a few of them man like being fit, like Lo Celso and them man there will get phased out. I think Spurs, especially for you, bro, you should be looking over your shoulder right now. Well, you're not even in the top 4 yet, but you should be really. I would be concerned about the North London teams right now, bro. I think there's a problem there. There's a little problem there for you lot, like especially if you get to like quarters. I was going to say semis, but quarters of the Champions League, you lot will start to have your head turn a little bit. Like,
look, I'm feeling confident. Like, I think if we started Ollie at the wheel and Ollie managed to get that win, we won 4-1 against Watford and like we got a couple of 1-0 wins afterwards and played badly, like then I'd be worried, innit? But like the way I think Ralph and his fucking YouTube channel, innit? Like just showing them videos and that. That's what I'm hoping for, innit? And like it seems like we're going to be strengthening as well, but we'll save that for our we'll do a little January window like episode or something. Look at the players that our club should sign. But we're looking like we're going to be getting a defensive midfielder. That's how we're getting a DM. I think we've been rumored with Boubacar Kamara and Amadou Haidara, and do you know what? I'm just happy we're not going to be spending 100 million on Declan Rice. Not to say he's not a good player, but looks like we're going to be strengthening it elsewhere. Stop commenting from Stu again. Lo Celso would actually do a job in the Barella role. I like Barella. Apparently Conte was quite keen on bringing him over to Tottenham as well, especially the early runs. I think Conte has changed the whole dynamic.
Fam, sorry to cut you. Do you see Barella's assist? Was it midweek?
I think it was midweek. Yeah. Bro,
like different. And he was balling out towards the end of last season as well. He's a very, very good player. If Spurs can sign Barella, then yeah. I'm here for it.
Big time.
I'm really here for it. But yeah, let's get on to the other. Well, I say title race. The other team up in the top sort of echelons of the table, but they had another sticky result. I feel like we've been kind of teetering on this question for a few weeks. You've been very much, this is the title race. It's early days, but they caught life against Leeds last week. Did they play midweek? No, they played. Everton midweek got a draw against Everton. Another draw again, but I think they're 6 points behind us. No, 3 points behind us. 6 points behind City. What are Chelsea on now? Are they out the title race for you or?
Do you know what I call this, yeah? The Ralph effect. Daddy is home. Do you know what I mean? It's the Ralph effect. Daddy is home, bro.
Have you seen the Tuchel meme of what he looks like since Rangnick came in? I need to send you that.
I ain't seen the meme. I ain't seen the meme, but I said this from the start, bro. I said it from the start. I was saying Klopp getting under pressure, dropping points against Spurs, shouting at referees. It is the Ralph effect. That's what I'm saying, isn't it? This could be a weird take.
He's not even managing that way. Imagine doing Puppet Master from the flipping from Carrington there.
You see it? No, but what we're seeing is, Tuchel, like it's like when you get the teacher when you're doing an exam and the teacher looks over your shoulder and it's like
you start bagging it.
It's like, oh shit, have I got it wrong? Like, am I doing this wrong? He's like, fuck. And then Klopp's going out like shouting at referees after the game, justifying why he's got bad results. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm saying it's the Ralph effect, and I think Ralph Ragnick is. Look, my team ain't played in a while, innit? So I can't. This is just me just looking for little things
cooking agendas in his spare time.
Tuchel, since Ralph's come in, my man's gone missing, brother, and I think we're gonna eat up that gap on Chelsea. I think I'm starting to look at Chelsea and Liverpool now. When you man are gonna be dropping points. Like, bro, I think Van Dijk's out the next couple of games. No, but I mean, you got COVID things, innit? You got COVID things to deal with,
bro.
They'll
be back. They'll be back for Boxing Day. They'll be back.
No, they won't be. They can't be. They can't be, bruv. They can't be. If they tested positive yesterday.
They tested positive. No, they tested positive. Was it after the? No, when was it? It was like after.
Yeah, but they got COVID. They're not gonna. All I'm saying is
bro,
that there could be complications. There could be complications. Well, let's see if the Ralph effect affects Klopp next match, innit? You got midweek as well. You're gonna get you're crying about injuries and players not being fit enough. But yeah, anyway, look, are Chelsea out of the title race, Ishmael? You ask. I think they are. I think they're done. I think City are gonna win it. I think Man United can close the gap. That's what I'm hoping to achieve this season. And I want Chelsea. I want Chelsea below me. I just can't deal with this shit with Chelsea, bro. They think they're so hard, fam. They think, do you know what I mean? Like they just think oh, we signed Lukaku, like he's a world class striker. No, he's not, bro. Just a shush.
Oh yeah, I you know what? Sometimes you got to take the L, and like. I don't like to be wrong in it, but this is what I'm happy to just hold this one in it because I really thought he was gonna come back, bro. Rock Nation got the bald head now. Man came on a different vibe, batting up Serie A. Like I was like, yo, this is
bruv. Listen,
Rom's here. You told me. One word clocked as well. Sorry, just quickly. One word clocked as well. It was all United fans were like, no. I saw what this man was doing close up. I'm not having it. I'm not hearing it. This Don is not worth 100 million. I know what he can do, and. Bro, right now I can't really argue with you.
Romelu Lukaku is playing like Dumbo out here, bruv. That's what I'm trying to say. Romelu Lukaku playing like Dumbo, bruv. He's just like an elephant, bruv, like an elephant in front of goal, fam. He's just not got the finesse. He's not got the finesse. He can bully them high lines in Italy. Those old Italian smoking defenders. Do you know what I mean? People who are just still going out to fucking spending all their money in Dolce and Gabbana and like Dolce and Gabbana loafers with no socks and that, like smoking like 10 a day. Like, come off it, bruv. Come off it. Why do you think Chiellini's still playing football, bruv? Come on.
But still selling out as well.
Yeah. You think you last a day in the Premier League? No way. Chelsea, you did not sign a world-class striker. You spent £100 million on fucking Titus Bramble, the striker. That's what you got, bro.
What you said? They got bumps, yeah?
Yeah, bro. They got 100 million.
Fam, he was looking at
97.5 or whatever.
He was looking 100. Man, come like a radio station at 97.5 and that. Man, he was looking like £100 million striker last season, and then he had a decent Euros. Like
we did not forget. Look, he doesn't like leopards don't change their spots, and I don't come with all these animal puns in it. But listen, look, he does not. He's the same player, bruv. He's the same player. Romelu Lukaku cannot check. You can't change. You can't suddenly just change like that and become a fucking your Dimitar Berbatov. Do you know what I mean? He's never had that about him. My man would really
went from 0 to 100 with the touch. I went from like to Berbatov, man.
Yeah, but you can't listen. Yeah, you can't suddenly become that. And like he's got to put a lot of work in. And my man got the bar just dropped in terms of defending. And my man suddenly went from 70. We sold him for what 69 million, and then Inter sold him for 100. That's the difference in quality of defenders in Serie A and the Premier League. Chelsea just got scammed, bro. They just got scammed.
But let's look. Obviously, Lukaku. He's a problem in the sense that they signed him to be the problem solver in it, and it's not really working out so far. But let's dig a little bit deeper into Chelsea. Like, what are you? Because for me, yeah, obviously every manager's got their philosophy. Klopp, Pep, well, not every manager, but Klopp and Pep, the two like the standard bearers right now, they've got their thing in it. They don't really deviate away from what their thing is. We saw last season, Klopp had Nat Phillips and Reece Williams on the halfway line. Everyone's pulling their hair out saying, "Yo, what's going on?" Are we now seeing like two kind of go through a similar sort of cycle where it's like, all right, cool, you stumbled across the three at the back with the wing backs. That was looking saucy last season. Champions League final, or Champions League winners, best defense in the league, this, that, and the other. But this season is looking a little bit like if Chilwell, and obviously he's injured now, but if Chilwell and Reece James aren't having a good game, you're looking around and like, what else is going on? Like Jorginho's just playing them 5-yard passes. All right, cool. But should we not be looking at the system a little bit more and being like, all right, cool, your problem is going forward, isn't it? Can we not see you try and put an extra attacker in there or try a little something? I feel like with Chelsea, they're just doing the same thing. It's not working, and we're not really seeing them deviate. Like, what else can they you think they should be looking to implement a new system or because it's not been, for me?
You know
it's
what?
been going this way for a little while, isn't it?
I don't think it's a system. For me, it is the issues the midfield. Like they've Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Yeah, I'm not having it.
Hey.
This kid. Yeah, like.
Basically,
Chelsea are struggling right now because they lost Kovacic, they lost Kante out to injury, and they were partnering with Ruben Loftus-Cheek. They were trying Barkley. They were trying to find a solution for that midfield issue.
Fam, Saul, yeah.
Who's Saul, bruv? My man, just put him left back, bruv.
We all wanted it, man. Fam,
no. I'm just happy my club showed some sense in it. Do you know what I mean? People I thought he was still the same Saul that we were seeing at Atletico 3-4 years ago, doing like mazy solo runs and that. But look, Chelsea's midfield has been the problem for them. They haven't been able to replace Kante's energy and Kovacic as well. Kovacic is like, I think Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho, those three, they need to keep fit. They need to have two of them fit if they're going to have any chance. For me, the title race is done, innit? They need to be able to. They need to start looking behind them and making sure that they don't lose too much more ground on Liverpool, and they don't start the chasing pack start to sort of check. Like, do you know what I mean? Nibble at that lead.
The wickedest thing as well is they've got Liverpool and City back to back to start the year. So I think they've got us on like the second, and they got City. So it could either be on again, like 3-horse race, or like you said, top four, like scrambling about, like what's Arsenal doing? What's United doing? What's Spurs doing? So this next 3 weeks for Chelsea. Pivotal, absolutely pivotal. But do you reckon they might?
Before you jump into that question, Tuchel's showing the same sort of rattled nature that Klopp is as well after that result. Before the game, my man's making excuses. That don't sound right. For me, that don't sound right. Do you know what I mean? You shouldn't be like Klopp's doing at the end of the game.
Trying to throw the towel before they even start. Yeah, bro.
You got to back your players. Confident,
there's one team who can't chat. I'm not hearing any tears. So you better see when you used to cry when you're younger. Your mum was just like, just wipe your face in it. I don't want to see any tears from Chelsea because beginning of the season, and I'll name names if I have to name names. I was hearing best squad in the league. We've got 23 man who can do all of this, all of that. Yeah,
exactly.
2 players in every position. Yeah, Werner hype. Yeah, Luke, shut up, fam. I don't want to hear it. Shut up.
Nah, wait, sorry. Tune comes. I just got to say, the Klopp. It's not slander about Klopp. I actually do like Klopp as a manager, but I'm just saying. I don't dislike him in it.
I forgot Klopp. No, you think I forgot that last year?
Klopp, no, Klopp. No, look. I rate the guy in it. I think I like his energy. I think he's good for football. But you can't say you weren't rattled at the end of the game, innit? He was rattled, but he was rattled at the end of the game. All I'm saying is I'd rather see my manager rattled at the end of the game rather than before the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't slander. It was more that I think Tuchel's showing that he's feeling the heat. But
with the Klopp thing, I can't even remember what the question was, but on the Klopp thing quickly, I like that because the same reason you used to love Fergie. Klopp knows what he's doing. Do you think we're going to see Paul Tierney ref one of our games anytime soon? I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Man went onto the pitch and said, "What's your problem with me?"
But you
said,
could
"Is
be
that problem, big man?"
Yeah,
he's not refereeing our game again anytime soon.
But I think you'll see Klopp getting. I think Klopp will get. He'll get into a bit of trouble for those statements. Definitely. I don't think he's gonna get away scot-free for that.
I don't care, fam. I ride out from my left back, my manager, the whole thing. But I can't even remember what the Chelsea question was. Let's try and keep this. But on the I'm thinking now. The transfer window's coming up. Do you reckon they're going to be active in it? Surely they might try to go for a striker.
They need to sell, fam. They still got Danny. No, I think Danny Jingle might have gone now, but they still got Timu back.
Man's like flipping. I think he's on loan.
They need to work on their outgoings first before they start looking in. They got a bloated squad. Let's remember that, and they got a lot of players coming back from loan at the end of every season. So, commenting from about coming in. You see the stats on refs this season for Liverpool. We've had 21 yellows. Tierney has given 11 in 3 games.
Mad. Absolute myth, bro. Absolute myth. You know, that's our first red card for like 2-3 years. Like, we're not really that kind of. We're not. Obviously, it was going to be Robbo. If it was going to be anyone, but we're not really that.
Robertson's
kind of team.
been asking for. He's been asking for one.
Yeah, I see Spurs fans.
Robertson's been asking
for like
for a red card, bro.
Yeah, man's been dashing heads. He's been doing all the little sly ones for a while, but he just thought, you know what? Let me just.
He's been getting away with it for too long.
Listen, I told you. I think it was. I might have been screaming and hollers. I'll take the red. I'll take the 3-match ban. Come back for Chelsea away, energized. Like, just, listen. You know when he walked into the dressing room, pure spuds, fam, pure spuds.
Yeah, he said he did a thing, bro. He slowed the whole game down as well when he came off. But
good question for you right now, bro.
Go on, then. Ask it.
Bro, I told you, no glasses, man. You're on auto duty.
Question for Moses. Do you think this little break from games and negative media will do United some good? Relieve some pressure and regroup? Like I said, Tune Chums. Yeah, big up yourself. People, make sure you're subscribing to Tune Chums as well. But yeah, for me, I think it's been good, but also I was looking forward to those run of games. Was a bit shocked by the way we played against Norwich. I think maybe the team would have still needs to benefit from a bit of time with Ragnick on the training ground, similar to Conte and Spurs, isn't it? But we haven't got the Europa Conference League to drop out of. But no, I think it has been. I think it will be good, but whether they got enough time on the training pitch, I don't know how much we've been able to regroup, and I mean we've been isolated if anything. So
what's your actual like? How many players have you had who actually tested positive? I've not really been keeping an eye on.
It was a lot. I think on last week when we were meant to play Brentford, we had less players at training. The day after the game was meant to happen against Brighton. So basically, before training against Brentford, we had less players. We had more players than we did against than we would have had against Brighton afterwards.
So it's looking a bit mad.
It wasn't going down; it was going up. So it seems like now, hopefully, after this weekend, I don't know if we'll have the game, but hopefully we'll be back to business as usual. But I do think, I think it was a bit of time away. You say money in the bank, but I like to have the points personally. But
trust, I'm glad you said that because I think people can get caught in. Obviously, Arsenal fans are living good right now. We'll jump into them in a sec. They're living good right now, and you know what? Obviously, all the Spurs and Chelsea fans have been saying, "Yo, we got points, we got games in hand." But listen, it's pressure as well. You don't want to have to play like 3 games. A, you don't know when these games are going to be played. B, like you don't want to have to win 3 games to be able to just get level with Arsenal, for example. Like it's a bit. I think Arsenal right now with what they're doing, just getting the points in. They're putting pressure on you lot. Without you lot even playing a game, there's pressure on you. And I hear what Tune Chums are saying about the negative media, especially for United. You might have been through the flipping the whatever this season, the shitstorm, but I still think that you kind of want to be playing them games, man. I still think who's your next game even meant to be against?
I want to play the games. I want to play the games as well, man. I want to play 27th. We've got Newcastle away. I want to play the games. But look, it's not the end of the world. I still think I'm not worried about Arsenal. I will never be worried about Arsenal. I'm sorry, but I'll give credit to Smith Rowe. I'll give credit to Saka. I'll give credit to Martinelli. But it's Arsenal. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Trust. Let's move on to the next question. So I mean,
speak of the Gunners, shall we say?
I think come the end of the season, Arsenal will be lucky. I think they'll be in the Europa League. They would have got out. They would have been bumped up a little bit. They missed out in the Conference League entirely last season, innit? So I think Arsenal will get into. I think they'll get into the Europa League. I think they'll show some improvement on last season's performance. But in short, no, they're not getting Champions League football. Can you imagine that? Like Arsenal Champions League, like no.
From nothing to Champions League, that'll be a mad. But you know what? Because it's easy to say. Obviously, it's a yes or no answer. But I think what we're seeing now is that Arteta is being vindicated. Obviously, he made the call to strip flipping Aubameyang from the captaincy, which I don't think anyone can really argue with. You look at. I don't know what happened still,
now. So I can just assume
that was a bit of that was a techie one still. I feel like he couldn't wait to really to hang my man out to dry in it. Listen, my man just said the ban starts today. I don't know when it ends. That like cool, like just hold that. But if we look at it now, the back 5 is his back 5. He's bringing through obviously the Halem boys with Saka and Smith Rowe and all that. He's got a little thing kind of cooking up right now. Bro, I don't know. Like I said, points is better than games in hand. If Arsenal can get like a 6-7 point lead over the chasing pack, bro, it could be techie for you lot, man. It could be a real techie for you lot.
Yeah, go on, read the comments. Yeah, I think the top 6 will be the top 6 this season. I can see that as well. I think Spurs could get back into it with Conte. They got a much better chance than they would have had with Nuno. And yeah, do you know what?
You were back in Nuno beginning of the season, though. Let's not forget that. I told you about Nuno ball. It's a bit dead.
Well, mate, that performance against City was impressive. I can't lie, man. I thought they'd do well, but I think I put Tottenham in my top 6 as well. So, if anything, I think Arsenal have more chance of dropping out than Spurs do. That's just purely because, we're in a good moment for Arsenal. It's the up. Do you know what I mean? The roller coaster is about to start, innit? Like, they're just going. This is all it is. It's just like we say, "Oh, I have Arsenal back," and then next week they're getting slapped, and then we're like, "Oh, Arsenal."
Bro, I feel like literally every couple of weeks we're saying it's just for Arsenal. It's just crisis every week, and I think obviously it's easy to blame like AFTV and all of that, but for me, it's the fan base on the whole.
It's not their fault, bro.
They're just mad.
It's not the fans' fault. It's not the fans. Bro, it can never be the fans' fault.
It's the fans' fault. And let me tell you why it's the fans' fault. These guys do not know, like, just to be neutral on anything. Everything's always, we're back, or I'll check her out. Like, bro, like,
exactly.
Just have 6 games and just be like, all right, cool. We're just gonna see what's happening. Let the land lay. Like, they don't know how to. They've got no chill, fam. Do
you not remember after the Man United game? Do you not remember after that when we beat them? They were all, like, troops saying Arteta out. First of all, he started the game being like bantering United, being like, we're back. And then suddenly it's back to like, oh, fuck Arteta, get him out of my club. He's not good enough. He's been exposed. Like, it's just like, how many times are we gonna do this, innit? Like, literally go through your notes, Ishmael. Yeah, find our questions. Find our questions for Monday Night Wonderball.
I'll take her out. Bro, it's like, every week.
And we called it first as well. We said before this disciplinary thing came out, they got to drop Aubameyang. They've got to drop him. And we were saying it. We were saying it from day in it. So I'm glad that we've been vindicated. At least we got more sense than a lot of Arsenal fans.
But I don't even know if that's saying much. But I hear what you're saying, man. Like, for me, looking at it from the outside, I love it. Arsenal is like Christmas Day EastEnders every week. You just don't know what's gonna pop off. They're one win away from euphoria, one loss away from like crisis. Literally just inject it every time, fam. Inject it every single time. But I want to big up. Obviously, we've done screaming and howlers already, but Martinelli, that first goal, that was R1 circle. Like, that was obviously Leeds are Leeds, but that's. I'm here for his little purple patch right now.
It was all right. The finish was all right, I must say. It was a decent finish, but it wasn't like Thierry Henry. Do you know what I mean? Thierry Henry's like, he swings it outside the post.
It's a bit of appearance.
No, but even it was never outside the post. It was never outside the post. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, true.
That's what I'm looking for. When I'm like, if you're rolling back the years, I want it going wide and then cutting in. Do you know what I mean? I want to see that bend. But Martinelli got to give him props.
You don't really see them ones anymore. But bro, like, you know what? Shit. Listen, we didn't do screamers. We're not obviously not doing screamers how on this one. But Leeds, I think they need to hold an L in this conversation because listen, Bielsa ball, bro. Like, what's going on? I know they've got they're depleted by injuries and all of that, but 11 goals in a week.
They got the 1 pen as well.
Yeah,
Rafinha's saving them, bruv. I don't know. Now for Leeds, I hope because like I've been waiting for them to come back into the Prem for a while, innit? So I'm kind of happy they're here. I don't want them to go down, but I don't think they will. I think Bielsa is obviously a top manager. I think he's like Pep in it. He needs a club. He needs to be backed by a club and like given resources to then implement his style of play with the perfect players in it. I just think now
he's never really managed a big team though. Whereas like Bilbao and somewhere like he just thrives on this little chaos thing. But I think they could go down. I think they could go down. If they don't go down,
I think they're too good to go down. I think
for me, if they don't go down, it's because the other 3 teams are just dead. Like, we're looking at Newcastle right now.
Newcastle, Norwich,
every week.
Burnley.
But even not just showing a little something under Dean Smith. I'm seeing life in it. I'm not seeing any life in Leeds right now. Calvin Phillips is out until Feb. Like you can see now that he was really like a linchpin for them last season.
Big time.
Bamford as well. I don't think we touched on it, but my man was out for like a month, came back, scored, celebrated, got injured. Like, fab. What is that? Like, Rafinha is really holding it down right now. But listen, I'm trying to see Leeds go down. Because I want Rafinha next year. I want Rafinha in the summer for a little 40 million. No questions asked. Little relegation clause. Like, let me see that. I like you, Leeds.
What is it? I don't think get him game time though. He's gonna be taking Salah's position. Salah going up front.
Nah, you know what? I can see him doing. You see when continuing with like just before he left to go Barca, he was doing like the little number 8, the little pseudo number 8 thing where you're basically like a 10, but you're still chilling in the midfield. That's what I'm trying to see with Rafinha. Left-footed gang, set pieces as well. Yo, him and Trent's done over the ball. Are you mad?
Left foot, right foot. Yeah. No, but let's get on to the last one because this is a question that we can both get behind.
Bro.
I think
I'll let you go with it. I'll let you because my head's still hot for the game. I'll let you go. You say what you want to say.
I've been saying it. I think literally the last month, 2 months, every single howler's been a referee. Like there's been a referee. There's been John Moss. There's been Paul Tierney. There's been
Stuart Atwell, fam.
Stuart Atwell, bro. I've been bigging man up before streams. Be like, actually, they've been all right for us. And then at the end of the stream, I'm being like, this guy is a fucking, I don't even know, bro. It's some sort of incel, like just pissed off. Or, I don't even know, bro. I can't even put my finger on why it's happening because it seems to be happening everywhere. But I think I came up with a fairly good solution during streams and howlers. If you've not seen that episode yet, just make sure you check it out. Should be coming out fairly soon. I don't know, we'll drop it soon, but make sure you're checking. Just keep your eyes peeled in it. Make sure you're subscribed and you can press the bell and you'll get the notification. But I said in this week's Screamers and Howlers that we shouldn't. The decision to get the referee to look at the monitor should not be down to Stockley Park or some random person because obviously they don't have. They shouldn't have the autonomy to decide what a referee has to look at again. I know they get the visuals on it, but I think for me, like tennis, there should be challenges, and the referee should be given. The managers should be given like 2 or 3 challenges a match, and they get the referee to look at the screen again. Because right now, for me, I think VAR is broken, and I'm leaning towards like used to get rid of it because the way it's been implemented right now isn't working for me. It's not working because it's not objective. We're getting decisions being made. The referees are still getting wrong. Like they're getting the chance to look at it and still making an error. It's like this like football. The VAR was meant to take away like controversy from the game.
Yeah.
But it seems like there's more controversy.
I'm convinced they like the entertainment in it. They want some Vince McMahon thing. They want every game to be blockbuster, like just man getting screwed out of points here and there. Like, bro, for me, I don't
sleep on this comment though.
Listen, trust me, SKTV. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. But for me, like I think you touched on it perfectly. I think they shouldn't be. We're gonna look at some stuff, not look at other stuff, bro. Look at everything. Look at all of it. Like if you can't be picking and choosing and saying, "Yo, I thought this one was that." I'm hearing Paul Tierney saying, "I thought Jota stopped because he thought he was gonna get." Bro, no one cares about your opinion. No one cares about your opinion.
It's a foul. It is a foul.
Look at it, see it, and then decide. You decide after.
Look at that.
You see what I mean, though, bro? Like, man, It's a myth. Let's get these.
No, Isha, what are you doing? No, check. What are you doing?
I'm coming. Listen, bro. The Van Dijk was a big miss for us yesterday, innit? But there's even been games this season where Van Dijk's been in the team. I look at it. He was alright against Brentford, but which game was it where he was just moving hella suspects?
Oh,
bro, I can't remember. What game was it? It wasn't the Brentford game because that was Matip was moving mad that one, but I can't even remember.
I remember. We spoke. Someone had him on toast.
It was recent.
Someone had him on toast.
Was it Adama? I think it might have been Adama, innit? Adama was having him up a little bit in that game. But yeah. Anyway, I think Van Dijk for me. I think other Liverpool fans can chime in, but I think Fabinho is really like the big miss for us yesterday because you'll see that our midfield was like looking like a bagel. Like we were just. Milner was out on one side, Keita was on the other. I'm just seeing flipping Tyler Morton on his ones. Like he looked like a little lost kid that just wandered onto the pitch. I was like, yo, like Klopp, help him out, man. Like what's going on?
One of the mascots got left on the pitch.
Hey, you see the little Liverpool kid at Anfield that got like who nicked the ball and ran into the crowd. I was looking like that on his ones in the middle of the pitch. Like it was all bad. But
Stewards coming onto the pitch trying to take him off. Like
he's like, bro, I'm playing. But yeah, I think we looked. Obviously, it was a big miss for us yesterday. I think you know what though, Konate had a good game still. Obviously, the goal, the Harry Kane goal, you can kind of say was he at fault for it. Yeah, maybe, but he had a good game. I'm impressed with what I've seen from him so far. You've seen Upamecano not even looking that decent for Bayern. So I think we kind of we did a better business out of that one. But
he showed some naivety.
I think
that's what I think. Innit? I think he showed a bit of naivety to give Kane that much space. He's the one player you got to stay tight to or keep an eye on.
He's still young though, innit? He still needs big bro centre back next to him. Whether that's going to be a Van Dijk or someone else, like he still needs that like little guidance kind of. But
let's move through these questions though, because this guy, there's a hot one that came in, bro. There's a hot one. VAR is a joke. I agree with Moses. 2 challenges a half. I think ex-players should also be involved. 100%. 100%. We don't need like Mike Dean standing being the fourth official or whatever they call it. Yeah, we should be getting more ex-players into refereeing, not refereeing like on the pitch, but at least involved in the decision making, or being like, this is the difference between a foul and an intentional handball and an accidental handball. They should be distinct. They should have to distinguish it by using players and people that have been involved in the game and actually played it to a high level.
I think I can't really argue with that, to be honest. But it'd be hard to see ex-players being rest. But I hear that.
No, they've got allegiances, and you can't. But they should be allowed to be part of like the policy making and the rules in it. But another comment in here as well. Football would be so much better if refs had at least played as a kid. Exactly. But you see these man. John Moss never fucking played ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at him. How are they even running around the pitch? How are they even running around the pitch and staying? Fergie used to say it all the time. Fergie used to say it all the time, bro. He was questioning why players will run. These referees ain't fit enough to be playing the game. They're not fit enough. They can't run. They look that they got bellies and that. Come off it, bro. I know equal opportunities and that. Come on, you got to stay in shape, fam. You got to stay in shape. Big up Clock TV. Check out his channel as well. Make sure you're subscribing to all of the people in the comments as well. SKTV, big up yourself. Tune Chums, Clock Talk. And now we're back on this last one. I'm just gonna leave this one for you, Ishmael.
Yeah, hey, SKTV, what have I upset you? Do I owe you money or something? Reveal yourself, fam. Reveal yourself. Who are you, bro?
It's me, bro. It's me on a separate binary account.
Like Professor from flipping Money Heist and that.
Got people from Pakistan writing in these comments.
That's all bad right now.
Let me read it out though. I don't want to hear that Matip is top 3 centre backs in the league, Ishmael, ever again. Konate was balling him out all evening. Everyone looks different without Virgil van Dijk. Ishmael, thoughts?
I want to throw that one back at you actually, because you've probably been Matip's biggest fan this season on the channel, even bigger than me. I disagree.
I disagree personally with this comment, but I want to hear what you say. And this is for you.
I think Matip wasn't his. No, you know what? He was still good yesterday, man. You know what,
bro? He's making amazing runs. He's playing. He should be playing instead of Firmino.
Listen, adventure man, Matip. Like, listen, this Don, he's levels, bro. He's actual levels. For me, I'll say I'll reiterate what I said again. For me, it's not even a centre back team. Even last season, when Van Dijk got injured, you were still seeing Gomez do a little thing here, Nat Phillips do a little thing here. It's Fabinho, bro. When Flacco is not playing in that midfield, we look dead. I'm starting to think that even at signing the forwards in Jan might not even be priority for us. It might even have to be like another DM, because I like Hendo as an 8 now. For me, Hendo is just 8. He should just be an 8 all the time. I'm not really trying to see my man do up number 6 anymore. So when Fabinho's not playing, we need someone else who can kind of slot in. Tyler Morton's still a young G.
Wait a second. You got Thiago, Henderson, and Fabinho, and you're calling out for another DM.
Bro, Thiago's not a DM, fam. It's not a DM. You saw what happened when Thiago.
Deep line playmaker. He's a deep like. He likes to play deep. Exactly. That's the space he likes to play, though.
Them Thiago turns, fam. Them Thiago turns don't happen when you're in the flipping defensive third.
We need to get the Thiago tackle in it. That's what we need to get. We need to get him to pattern that Thiago tackle.
Wait, do you remember his tackling last season? My man looked like he's gonna get sent off every game.
He's trying to get sent off, bro. Got another comment in from Tune Chums. Low slander about our defense yesterday. It's funny. We had a 19-year-old protecting the back four. Also, Son and Kane aren't chumps. Low. These are techie players. For sure, man. But for me, I think Konate showed a bit of naivety. That's it. I'm not saying he's a bad defender. He played well for the rest of the game, and I was actually impressed with him. But for that goal in particular, bit of naivety. Kane is the danger. There shouldn't be the space between you and that sort of space between you and Robertson. I think either you got to communicate to him to come in, but like there was too much space there for Ndombele to find the pass.
I think Robbo was more at fault. I think Robbo was more at fault, and also the pass from Ndombele was a madness. That was a mad pass.
But I think you got to be able to get tired. And Kane's not the quickest in it as well. And Konate is fairly rapid. But also I think for Matip, I don't agree. I think Matip's been a top player. He's been the best centre back in the league this season. He's been head and shoulders above Van Dijk.
Moving mad.
Head and shoulders. I'm surprised my man's still playing football. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know who in his family he sacrificed.
I told you already, fam. I told you already. Touch wood when you talk about Joel's fitness. Yeah, I swear that you were trying to do a little judge on him for a while, bro.
But you and SKTV need to sort your beef out, innit? I don't know what's happened, fam. I don't know. Bro, I don't know if you nicked his gal. I don't know if you nicked his gal. Something's happened, innit, fam? But you two need to sort your beef out ASAP. No, Tune Charles as well jumping in. Basically had no protection and continued to play at a higher line. It's Fabinho and Hendo setting the tone in the middle. That's why I don't think you need another DM Ishmael. I feel like you need to I think Klopp needs to have a little rethink and say, when we don't have Fabinho, when we don't have Henderson playing available, do we adapt? Do we change? Do we change the system?
We don't drop 10 yards back for no team.
No. It's not about dropping 10 yards back. It's about can you mix it up? Can you play a 5 at the back? Can you do you know what I mean? Bro. Is there another way of playing for you, man? That's what I want to understand, but it doesn't seem like it at the moment. But I think let's Ishmael, any closing remarks on some of them comments, because it's got a bit personal.
Bro, all I gotta say is SK, like, just hit me up, DM me, tell me what the problem is. We can find it out somehow. Send
me location, bro.
I can set up Klarna if I need to do like small payments, whatever it is, bro. I don't know what this beef is, but just holler me in it. We'll iron this out. But
no.
For me, we move in it. We dropped 2 points. It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, my closing remarks have just been returned for this. Look, I'm not saying you got to change your style of play. I'm not saying you have to stop pressing or you got to stop attacking or defending as a team. I'm just saying, is there another way around it? We've seen Tuchel be able to implement a similar style of play, playing 5 at the back. But is there a way you can protect? Hype. Can you protect? No, but I mean, it is Tuchel hype in it. But like, can you protect your back 4 in any other way? Does it always have to be I'm on the halfway line, you play it over the top, we're all dashing back to our goal? Like, there's got to be another way, and I think Klopp needs to be a bit more versatile.
This is one more thing. I kind of rate it. The amount of times I saw this, like, the thing is, if you were a manager, you would be Klopp 100%, fam. Do you think you're changing your tactics for anyone? You're saying, yo, let me show you my medals right now. Let me show you my medals right now, fam. Like, but for me, yeah, the amount of times I saw Konate and Matip running back to goal yesterday and flipping Alisson just sprinting out, like, it's looking mad, but I kind of love it. I'm here for it. But yeah, what are you saying, bro?
No, I like it. I like the comparison. I think I would be similar to Klopp as well. Look, Klopp is the sort of manager I'd love at United as well. Like, he's the sort of he fully represents the club. Like, he loves the club. Like, he loves Liverpool. He would ride out for that club. He's a ride or die sort of manager, innit? And that's what you want. That's what you want. You want a manager who's almost a fan of the club as much as like a manager as well.
Keep going.
So
bro.
Big up. Look, I like Klopp. I like what he's about, and I think I wish more managers had that same sort of passion. But we got a lot of final comments in. Best way of protecting the back 4 is the ball in their half. Yeah, hear that. Best form of attack is defense. Best form of defense is attack. Sorry. Let's not forget Alisson. How did we forget Alisson, bro?
I thought we were going to go the whole... Man didn't even mention it in Screamers and Howlers either. I was like, yo, I got away with this one. But big up.
Oh, shit. Okay, look. Let me do a little quick monologue thing. So, Alisson, I can't work him out, bro. Look, Charles, let me know what you're saying as well. But I can't work him out because my man saves Liverpool so many times, but he's got the clanger just waiting to come out.
He's got the bozo gene in him. It's in him, within him, bro. He's got the bozo gene, just lies within him.
But like the amount of times you think, the opposing team's in, and then suddenly Alisson's there, boom, clears it away, and you're on the attack again. But like, he's short passing can sometimes play you into a bit of trouble. But then he'll play that ball to Simcas at the last minute, like playing like
swear to God,
like Xabi Alonso sort of pass.
If that goal went in, you won't see me on Monday Night Wonderball today. I would have been flipping out. Fuck knows. But like, I think I said it to you yesterday. My analogy he's the Bruno Fernandes of goalkeeping. It's high risk, high reward. He will save our clock so many times that he'll just do a madness. And for me, listen, you gotta just ride with it. You gotta ride with it because that could have been a 6-1 defeat yesterday, but it was a 2-2 in it. So I'll take the Desmond. We move on. Alisson, still my dog. Justice for Robertson till the death. That's all I got to say, bro.
Allow it, bro. Hey, look, but thank you, Ishmael. It's been a fucking pleasure. This is a particularly good one. But everyone, thank you for joining us. If you joined from the beginning, middle, and end at any point, thank you very much. It's been a real special show today. It's surprising it's popped off as much as it has, because considering how little football's been played. But I guess that's just the way it is at the moment. We've just got to enjoy football as long as possible. Oh, I wanted to give a screamer to the Premier League as well for not doing this whole like, oh, we're gonna cancel the Premier League, we're gonna postpone it. I'm glad that there's at least going ahead and play games. So. Oh, God. All right. And on that note, thank you, people, for joining us. It's been Weird and Wonderful. Jamie Vardy's fucking favorite show. Tune Charms, big up yourself. Keep up the good guests. We will try. Make sure you join in. We've got lots of content planned this week.
You were riding out in the beginning. Stu MC, big up yourself.
SKTV as well, my doggy. I mean, it's just me and it's my burner. But yeah, it's been Weird and Wonderful. And you know what time it is now.